I want you to think about the most valuable thing you did at work this week. Maybe you resolved something nobody else could figure out. Maybe you trained someone who'd been struggling for months. Maybe you sat in a meeting, solved the whole problem in 30 seconds, and spent the next hour watching everyone else catch up. You didn't write that down. You didn't charge for it either. You just did it because that's what you do. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you've wondered more than once.
If I can do this for them, why am I not doing this for myself?
And that question right there is the beginning of everything. I remember the first time I really thought about that question. I was in the middle of helping a colleague navigate something that had been holding her back for months. She got unstuck in one conversation, y'all. And I went home that night thinking, I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this for free. I've been doing this without realizing it counted, but it does count. And in this video, I'm going to show you what to do with it. I'm going to walk you through exactly what it means to package your skills into an offer that people will pay for. I'm going to show you how to do this right now with what you already have. And stay with me until the end because I'm going to show you a specific framework that changes how you see what you bring to the table. And I'm going to tell you about something that can get you from I should do this to I built this. Here's what most women think packaging means. They think it means creating a course, building a website, writing a curriculum, designing a logo, and getting everything perfect before they say a word to anybody. That's not packaging, y'all. That's procrastination dressed up as productivity. Packaging is simpler and more powerful than that. Packaging is the act of taking something you already know and making it so clear, so specific, and so easy to say yes to that someone can understand its value and decide to pay for it. And this is all before you've built a single slide deck. Let me say that a different way. Your skills are already in you. What you're packaging is the access to those skills. You're packaging the path through your knowledge, the shortcut your client gets to take because you've already walked the long way around and you know exactly where the traps are. That's what people pay for. People aren't paying for information. They pay for guidance and a result. Nobody's going to pay for your knowledge in general, but they will pay a premium for a specific outcome they can see themselves on the other side of. The biggest mistake women make when they try to package their skills is going way too broad. They try to package everything they know instead of packaging one thing they know really, really well. Your offer isn't a summary of your resume. It's a specific problem, a specific person, and a specific result. And the moment you narrow it down, something amazing happens. Your offer becomes more valuable because the right person stops scrolling and thinks,
she's talking about me.
That's your offer. That kind of recognition, that right there is what you're building. So what does a packaged offer need to have? I call it the 3 Ps: problem, process, and promise. And every offer that sells, regardless of the industry, the price point, or the person selling it, has all 3 of these. Now, let me break it down for you. The problem is the specific, painful, present tense thing your buyer is living with right now. This isn't a category of struggle. It's literally one thing that you can describe so precisely that when your ideal client reads it, they stop scrolling and think,
that's me.
The process is the path. It tells your buyer there's a road through this and you're the one who's already walked it. The process doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be clear because clarity is what converts. And the promise is the other side. What can your client say, do, feel, or decide at the end of your offer that they couldn't before they started? The promise needs to be specific enough to feel real and compelling enough to feel worth it. That's the whole system, y'all. Problem, process, and promise. That's the anatomy of an offer that works. And here's what I want you to notice. None of these 3 things require a social media platform. None of them require you to get another credential. All this requires is clarity about what you solve, who you serve, and what changes for them because of your skills. But most women skip straight to building their website, their content, and their course without ever locking into those 3 things. And that's exactly why the thing they build doesn't sell. It's not a visibility problem, it's a clarity problem. But when the problem, the process, and the promise are locked tight, your offer sells itself. But when they're loose, no amount of marketing will fix it. Let me take a step back for a second because most women watching this right now are are already doing the mental math. You're thinking, okay, but who's going to pay me? I don't have a big audience. I don't have a big following. I'm not some guru with 1,000 testimonials. And I want to directly address that because I've heard it more times than I can count. The women who build a stream of income from their skills are not the ones with the biggest platform. They're the ones who get clear first. They get clear on their problem, clear on who they help, and clear on what the outcome is. And then they put that offer in front of the right person. They don't need to put it in front of a million people. They put it in front of the right one. That right there is the whole model. And I know it might sound simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. There's a gap between understanding that and actually executing it. And that gap is where most women stay stuck. I created a free training that walks you through exactly how to identify what you can sell and what most women get wrong when they try to start. I'll take you through the full framework, and by the time you're done, you're going to understand not just what to sell, but why it matters that you start. Drop the word income in the comments and I'll make sure you get all the details. And keep watching because I'm about to show you why structure changes everything. Let me tell you what I've noticed after years of helping women build income from what they know. Your skills are never the problem. I have never met a woman who came to me and said,
I don't know enough to help anyone.
But I have met women who didn't think what they knew counted. I've met women who thought they needed a different credential before they could charge for what they already had. I've even met women who were giving their best skills away for free every single day and calling it being helpful. But I have never met a woman who was truly, legitimately without something someone else would pay to learn. So what's missing isn't the skill, it's the structure. Here's the thing, your skills are already valuable. They were valuable before you packaged them. They're valuable right now, sitting unexpressed in your head. The packaging doesn't create value, it reveals it. Think about it this way. A diamond in the ground is still a diamond, right? But nobody's buying it until someone shapes it, polishes it, and puts it somewhere people can see it. Your skills are a diamond. Your offer is the setting. And women are out here sitting on diamonds they've convinced themselves are just rocks. What packaging does is give someone a door to walk through. Because here's what happens without structure. Someone who needs exactly what you have walks right past you. Not because you're not qualified, it's because they can't see what you're offering clearly enough to say yes. Structure is what makes the invisible visible. And when someone can see exactly what they're getting, where they're starting, and where they're ending up, the sale becomes a conversation, not a pitch. I also want to say something else about this because I think it matters more than the business strategy part. Building a skills-based offer isn't just a revenue decision, it's a safety decision. Your paycheck is tied to your performance review, your company's revenue, someone else's budget decisions, and 1,000 other things that you have zero control over. But your skills belong to you. Your skills are not in the employee handbook. They can't be restructured and they don't disappear in a layoff. They literally go wherever you go. So when you package your skills into an offer, you're not just building income, you're building leverage. You're creating a second source of income that doesn't require your boss's permission, your HR department's approval, or someone else to decide your worth. That's not a side hustle, y'all. That's a power move. And once you make your first sale from something you built, from a problem you solved, a framework you created, a result you've delivered over and over again in your career and your life, something changes. Your brain gets proof that your income doesn't have to come from one place. Women who've built that proof don't negotiate their salary from desperation anymore. They negotiate from options, and that's a completely different energy. Listen, you have the skills, you have a process, you have results whether you get paid for them or not, and you have the ability to package all of that into something someone will invest in. What you need is structure. You don't need a website, a huge following, or a certification that takes 18 months to get. You need structure. That's exactly what 2K in 2 hours gives you. It's my step-by-step micro course that walks you through how to build a $2,000 offer using the skills you already have. No big platform required, no credential gatekeeping. All that's required are your skills, a clear framework, and a decision to finally stop letting your skills collect dust. You can get 2K in 2 hours on my website at herincomeedit.com/2K, or just click the link down in the description. Because here's the thing about your skills. They've been working for Lottie Dottie and everybody your entire life. It's time that your skills start working for you. If you're new here, my name is Nick Scott, and I help women turn their existing skills into coaching income, digital products, and online businesses. And if you want to keep building on everything we covered here, go watch this video next. It takes the framework we just talked about and shows you what it looks like when you put it in motion. Okay? I'll see you there.